Bubble boy.
Yeah.
Bubble boy. It's incorrect. Has to take steroids.
If there's one set of fans I would not with, it's the Bills.
Children, please. You got a whole life.
Yeah.
Let's buckle up here.
All I want for Christmas is for LeBron James and Serena Williams to have a baby. For science.
She must have been on suicide watch when she saw Gronk dent that thing. We're all going to die.
Smash that like button or I'm going to get kicked out of the house. I can't pay rent.
Actually, young talent coming into the NBA. I say coming to the NBA. They've been in their third year, both balling out in the playoffs, even though one of them got knocked out. Luka Doncic, I mess up his name all the time, and Doncic, thank you.
Go, buddy.
Anyway, and Trae Young, both balling out. They'll be connected forever through that trade in the NBA draft.
Yep.
Who would you take? Who would you pick?
Luka.
Same here, without a doubt. And that's no disrespect to Trae.
The without a doubt, though, I think, dude.
Who would you pick?
I don't know. I literally don't think there is a winner for that trade.
I mean,
I don't think so either.
I think that trade is probably one of the most balanced and even trades in sports history.
Trae Young,
honestly, that's
Trae Young. Hold on,
awesome.
and I'm not saying this lightly. Trae Young is about to be the next Steph Curry in this league.
100%.
I agree with that
100%.
statement.
Luka Doncic is about to be the next Magic Johnson.
Interesting.
There's no
with more. With probably
he can score a little better.
Offense,
I think Luka could debatably fill LeBron's shoes when he's gone. When LeBron leaves, Luka
will never be able to play defense like LeBron. LeBron is the most well-rounded player.
But what I'm saying is, like, when I say fill LeBron's shoes, let me specify a little more. There's always that one guy in the league. Before it was Tom Brady in the NFL, LeBron now in the NBA, Michael Jordan earlier. They need that one guy to look at. I think Luka could be that guy.
He's
could be.
He's got the charisma for it.
Well, if there's a list for people who could be that guy, I think both Luka and Trae are on there.
They're wrong. There's a lot of great.
I don't think Trae though.
Why?
Because you don't.
Would you
The
put
dude has averaged 30 points for his career.
Because you dealt with a guy with a receding hairline for 20 years already.
Who gives a damn?
So, but here's the thing with. Okay, so you're saying he's the next Steph. It's very weird because Steph.
Bro, if LeBron wasn't in the league right now, Steph Curry would be the face.
Oh, 100%.
So Trae would be number 2. This is what I'm getting at. Luka would be 1, Trae would be 2. They're both unbelievably talented. Like, that's not even the debate we're trying to have. But I would just take Luka. I think overall he's more well-rounded as a player.
We'll see. I want to see what Trae does for the rest of his playoffs too, because say he goes and knocks off the Knicks, or not the Knicks, the Nets.
Whoa!
I'm like shit.
Wow!
He's got to get.
I mean, he did it, but wow!
He's got to get through the 76ers first, and with a beat-up Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
but if he's the reason to get through there, now say, and I take it with a grain of salt. If Trae goes through and if the Hawks win it all, then he's got one up on Luka, because if he's got a championship and Luka doesn't,
that's facts. That's a fat grain of salt.
No, I know. That's why I said take it with a grain of salt. It's like a whole chunk.
It's
like one of those chunky ones on the bottom.
Slab. It's the entire salt slab. But just lick this for me real quick.
You ever see those like salt crystals?
Yes.
That's what I need you to hold right there. That statement. But literally, like, overall player. Overall as a player, I would take Luka.
I would too.
He's a better passer, not a better shooter. Clearly, Trae is clearly a better shooter.
But
Luka looks like he shouldn't be good at basketball.
Trae Young for his career in his first 204 games has averaged 24.
He's only played 204 games.
24 points.
Wow.
4 rebounds, 9 assists. This year he was up 1 point. He averaged the same number of rebounds, and he was almost at a double-double at 9.5.
And who is this?
This is Trae.
Okay.
Luka, career in 5 less games, 199 games.
Yeah, that's
25.7 points, 8.4 rebounds. So he's doubled the rebounds, 7.7 assists. And I can almost guarantee you,
it's like the same person.
I can almost guarantee you.
I mean, you don't lose with hitting either of these guys.
No, exactly.
Luka's hitting 457 from the field, and 331 from 3. And Trae is
what was
the 431 from the field, 343 from. So that's almost the same shooting percentages too across the board.
It's crazy. The one thing I like about Luka more is he's been playing professionally since like 16.
Yeah, but the numbers don't lie.
I get that. I get that.
The only thing that I think Luka does better than Trae is rebound, and I think that's because position and size.
Luka's a beefy boy.
He's
I
he's just a more natural rebounder.
I also feel like Luka needs more pieces around him. Porzingis has not lived up to what he should be.
Porzingis hasn't been Porzingis.
Hey, that's Porzingis. Round of applause for Porzingis because he is now officially the new playoff P.
Jesus.
It is no longer Paul George.
He's bad, man.
He would, yeah.
It is
He's not
Kristaps
good.
Porzingis, 100%.
Because you thought like that duo was going to be unbelievable. It's like half of it is.
A 7-footer that can shoot threes like that, it
Should be way better.
Not to mention the fact that you're on a team with Luka and they have to respect Luka. So
He put up 46 in Game 7 against the Clippers.
Yeah.
Who I still... anyway, I'll get into that later. But,
yeah.
Dude, like, he is living in the moments. Like, he is doing his part. You put up 46 and you lose.
as far as who won this trade,
There's no
way,
winner.
way.
Or,
too
it's
early.
like, there's no... This is the only time I probably admit a tie
But I would say
in sports.
nobody can disrespect Trae right now because Trae, like, as far like
It's not disrespecting either.
It's almost like
I know, but some people like everybody knows Luka. Nobody talks about Trae, and I think the only reason that's the case is because sports media doesn't like small market teams. Case in point, the Jazz. The Jazz are the number 1 seed, and I bet you they beat the Clippers.
Someone
And
say
nobody
Atlanta's
gives a
also
fuck.
Atlanta's been just. I mean,
Atlanta's not a small market.
Atlanta's
It's not
been
Boston or New
They
York
are
or LA.
they are much smaller than any other. They are.
Well, it's also
they're
like-
not LA.
Clearly
they're
not.
Well, for
Boston.
visuals too, like the regular season, the Dallas Stadium is more full than Atlanta during the regular season. It's scarce,
It's night and day.
regardless of how good they are. In the playoffs, they fill up, but
That's
like
different.
strictly for viewpoints, Trae could have 35, but if like half the stadium's there, I'm not even talking about COVID. Like literally, like this is when like even when they were good in the regular season, like there was no one like the Horford era when
Yeah.
like he was there.
Al.
Yeah, Big Al when he was there, like when they were good. The regular season there was almost no one in the stadium
No.
because they didn't care. Visually, it looks bad. Come playoff time, different story. They're legit. Like
Well,
they're
that's when
legit
you
there.
always sell out.
Right, but like you wouldn't see that like in like the Garden's always packed.
Always bumping. Yeah.
The Dallas Stadium, regardless of like if they're good or not, that stadium.
Dallas is a
packed.
bigger market than Atlanta, is my point. And as far as sports
agree with
media
that.
goes, nobody gives a fuck about small market teams.
That's a fact.
And it's annoying.
Look at the Jazz.
Look at the Jazz. They are literally, I'm calling it right now, they're going to beat the Clippers. Nobody has said a word about that yet. I'm calling it right now. They are
Love
the
that.
better team.
Good. Also, so why did the trade even happen? Because like they're the same person basically.
Well, that's it. It was one franchise thought more highly of Trae, the other thought more highly of Luka. It's one of those things where it's like,
Was it just a straight up
yeah, it was pretty much like a swap.
It's so interesting.
There were picks involved. I think Atlanta maybe got another pick out of it.
But overall, it was virtually pretty.
What a trade! Like for both franchises. That's
And
a
I don't
hell of
know.
a trade.
I have no idea who won. It is way too early to tell.
I don't think there's a winner or a loser.
I really at this point there's literally like it's just good. It's
Yeah,
good for
this
both.
might be the only time I admit like a tie in sports, and I'm okay with it because like you both won.
They
You both got the
absolutely
guy.
did.
You both got your guy.
Well, even if they didn't make the trade, imagine Luka in Atlanta and Trae on Dallas.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
That'd be just
They're
be
still-
weird.
They're still both playoff teams.
Like that'd be like weird looking.
Yeah.
Like even like I know like but they got drafted. It makes sense.
That's
but
one of those
I'd be
trades
like,
that's going to shape the NBA. Like that is
Yeah.
going to be like because it's,
like
it's
the-
technically in their hands. Like we're in a couple years, like LeBron won't be here. Like Anthony Davis is going to be getting old. Like there's
the next generation.
next generation's right here, dude. It's going to be like
Coming up.
them, Ja Morant, Zion, Tatum.
Yeah.
They're right there.
It's
Yeah.
there.
And they're balling, dude.
They're all balling. It's great. So good.
I still would take Luka.
Oh, 100%. I know.
It's
I know.
100% though. Like really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
See, I think it's way too
I
close
think
to
it's.
tell.
I think it's just.
If you had to give, if as a franchise owner, as a GM, if I had to build one player to build my team around, I have no idea who I would pick.
I
Luka.
think it's Luka.
If it's
'cause-
between
'cause I
those
think
two,
he's more polished.
Luka.
He's more
Easy.
polished.
Yeah.
Trey's still
I don't-
working. Trey's still working to find his game. Luka's had his
How- are
game
you-
since he was
what
16.
do you mean? He's
No, no,
working
no.
to find his game.
Like
he averages the same stats.
I know, but
He's a point guard.
only
He's
been-
obviously going to have
he's only
less
been a
rebounds.
professional basketball player for 3 years.
It
Luka's
doesn't
been a
matter. The
professional
numbers don't lie.
since-
They're at the
since
same
he was
point.
16.
It
Luka's
does-
been there.
It doesn't matter though,
I just
It
feel
does.
Like
It
Luka,
does.
because the
does.
numbers,
Professional-
I feel like
the numbers are the same.
I feel like Luka's doing it with less.
Trey's got Capella. He's got Collins.
I
What
mean,
does Luka
the Hawks are decent teams. It still doesn't matter though. As far as
Luka have,
individual performance, they are neck and neck.
I would still take Luka.
I would absolutely take Luka.
I think it's way too early because you're basically passing on Steph Curry. It's like, are you really about to do that?
And you could potentially be passing on like the next guy that's going to be.
And
the
I
face
think
of the
holding
NBA.
Luka to LeBron status is way too early.
I mean,
because it's LeBron.
You literally just said that
Face of the NBA.
That
Steph Curry
Luka
could be.
been. Luka could be Magic. You literally just said that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he could be better than Magic.
You just said yeah.
He could be better than one of the greatest Lakers of all time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you just said like you'd be passing up on Steph Curry, but then you'd also be passing up on Magic Johnson.
I know. That's what I mean. Like, it's tough. Like,
No, we're agreeing. Like
We're agreeing.
I think to 100% pick Luka over. I don't know.
I
I don't know.
would.
I
would.
don't have an answer.
I
actually.
absolutely would. As of right now, I would. But it's you can't. The thing is, you can't go wrong
No, you can't.
with
No,
whatever
it's
pick
win-win.
you literally cannot go wrong.
No.
Future in the NBA is bright, boys.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
it is.